Ever wondered how empires of the past managed to build grandiose structures using colossal stones without the technology we have today? Well, the secret lies in an intricate and meticulous planning phase, where each step of the process was carefully considered and strategized. In the realm of quarrying and transportation, this phase was particularly crucial. The planners had to consider a multitude of factors, such as the location of the quarry, the quality of the stone, and its accessibility. The location wasn't simply about proximity. It was about the resources available, the terrain, and the potential obstacles that could hinder transportation. The quality of the stone was vital too. It had to be strong enough to withstand the test of time and the elements. And accessibility? That was a game of logistics, figuring out the best, most efficient routes for transporting these massive stones from the quarry to the construction site. Surveying the land, they would decide on the best approach based on the resources available to them. No stone, literally, was left unturned in this phase. So, the success of the entire operation was hinged on the planning phase, where every possible factor was considered and accounted for. Now that we have a plan, how do we design a quarry that would be efficient and safe? The design process of a quarry is a meticulous endeavor, requiring an in-depth understanding of the landscape. The size and shape of the quarry are dictated by the volume of stone needed and the geological formations beneath the surface. The method of extraction is then determined with an emphasis on safety and efficiency. Creating transportation routes is an equally complex task. Each route is carefully designed, considering the weight of the stones to be transported and the terrain it has to traverse. The goal is to minimize the distance and effort required to move these massive stones from the quarry to their final destination. Incorporating safety measures is a crucial part of the design process. This includes everything from ensuring the stability of the quarry walls to providing safe and efficient routes for the transportation of the stones. So the design phase was all about efficiency and safety, ensuring that the quarrying and transportation processes would be as smooth as possible. With a plan and design in place, who were the people that made it all happen? You might be surprised to learn that the labor force behind these grand constructions was a diverse mix of skill sets and roles. At the heart of it all were the quarrymen. Their job? To extract the stone from the earth with precision and care. Once the stone was out, it was the stonemason's turn. They would shape and refine these rough stones into the perfect building blocks. But how did these stones reach the construction site? That's where the transporters came in. They ensured that each stone was moved from the quarry to the site safely and efficiently. And overseeing all these activities was an organized structure of supervisors, coordinating and training the labor force. They ensured that each task was carried out correctly and on time. So the labor force was a well-oiled machine, each person playing a crucial role in the grand scheme of things. With everything in place, how did they execute these plans and designs? To answer this, we first delve into the quarrying process. The initial challenge was to extract the stones without damaging them. This was achieved by carefully chiseling a series of holes into the rock face, then driving wooden wedges into these holes. The wedges were soaked with water, which caused them to expand, thus splitting the rock. This method, albeit laborious, ensured the integrity of the stones. Once extracted, the stones needed to be shaped. This was done on site at the quarry, primarily to reduce the weight for transportation. Skilled laborers using simple tools like hammers and chisels would painstakingly shape each stone. The level of precision and craftsmanship required for this task was immense, as each stone had to fit perfectly into its designated place in the final structure. Transportation of the stones presented yet another challenge. Given the weight and size of the stones, moving them from the quarry to the construction site was no small feat. This was achieved primarily by human muscle power, aided by the use of sledges and rollers. Some stones were loaded onto wooden sledges, which were then dragged over logs acting as rollers. This method, while slow, was effective and allowed for the movement of these massive stones across considerable distances. However, the process was not without its difficulties. Weather conditions, logistical issues, and the sheer physical strain on the labor force were constant challenges. Yet through ingenuity, determination, and meticulous organization, these obstacles were overcome. For instance, during the rainy season when the ground was too muddy for the sledges, temporary roads were built using crushed stones. These provided a stable surface, allowing work to continue despite the adverse weather. The execution phase was a colossal task, requiring not just physical strength, but also a high degree of coordination, planning, and problem-solving. Yet the builders rose to the challenge, their tenacity and skill turning plans and designs into a tangible, awe-inspiring reality. So, despite the challenges, the execution was a testament to the effectiveness of the planning, design, and organization. So, what have we learned today? We've journeyed through the intricate planning phase, where every detail was meticulously thought out. We've delved into the design process, marveling at the precision required for successful quarrying and transportation. We've met the labor force, the backbone of any grand structure, and we've witnessed the execution, a testament to the power of organization. So, as we can see, the grand structures of the past were not built on a whim, but were the result of meticulous planning, careful design, and organized execution.